1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. Sound like a boxer.
Not yet.
Boxing train.
Boxing. No. Ronnie, obviously very disappointing for you. How do you sum up the match?
Yeah, obviously, gutted to lose. No one wants to lose. When you first come to the Crucible, all the jittery nerves. Once you get the first match out of the way and you kind of get into the tournament, it's always disappointing to lose. But I lost to the better player. I was second to the punch from start to finish. I tried to hang in there. I tried to stick with him and try and see if I could get him to the end of the match and see if he could start missing a few balls, and you never know what can happen. But coming into this tournament, it takes a great player to win it, but there's a lot of great players in the tournament, but it takes the most consistent player to win this event, in my opinion. And my game, just maybe over the last couple of years at this tournament, the longest session has been found out a little bit, where I've lost sessions 6-2 and 5-3 when maybe I could have been 5-3 up, and it just makes it tough to win matches like that, especially against top quality opposition. So I've done all right in the shorter formats where it's Usain Bolt stuff, out the blocks, boom boom boom. But the longer matches, it's not just one long match; it's 5 long matches as well. So I've got no complaints. I played my part. Just wasn't good enough on the day. Simple as.
The way that you started this session, you won the opening frame. I mean, given his record against you, did you think if you put the pressure on him, he might crack a bit?
Of course, everyone feels pressure, and not everybody cracks under pressure. Some days they play well under pressure, some days they don't. That's just the nature of the game. But he performed well today. You can't knock. Can't hold it against Ali. He played a great last session. He played 3 very good sessions. So. I wasn't at the races at the first session. Second session, I'll go 8-3 down. Made a bit of a fight of it, but we're not playing numpties here. Ali can play, so and it's hard to keep trying to get back, especially for a typical example, 11-9, I missed the blue. It's a tough clearance, but he done it. And it's on another day he might not have done it, but you can't miss blues like that and stuff like that. It's just unforgivable.
What happened then in frame 19 when you seem to sort of bump into each other?
I just think there's not a lot of space out there. I think if the Crucible's 3 inches smaller, you wouldn't be able to have the event here. So there's not a lot of space, and there was a couple of collisions out there, and it's just sometimes you just touch each other. Formula One has it all the time. They have contacts in cars. We have contacts in humans, but it was nothing. Just to probably heat the moment stuff, and as far as I'm concerned, it's forgotten about, and just wish Ali the best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Because I think you said afterwards, it appeared on TV, you said that's because you're Mr. Angry. We couldn't work out if you were joking or if you were a little bit wound up.
You got to make a bit of a joke of the situation, why not? Why be too serious in life? Life's too short, too sweet, too good. Have fun, enjoy yourself. Think of Syria, think of Iran, think of Iraq. There's a lot worse things going on, So the young kids out there suffering. We're here playing at the Crucible. Handbags, really. So I think we should all just get over it, move on, and just be good.
So there wasn't any bad feeling coming into the match. Obviously, you made those comments in that sort of dressing room spat. Everybody knows it's the Ronnie O'Sullivan show here.
But I mean, if that was me writing the column and saying that, then you can say, I'm a bit of a big head. But you write the columns, you write the inches. You ring your newspaper editors up and you say, I have a story today, and probably the first thing they say to you is Ronnie in it. And if it is, then it gets printed. If it's not, then you get a smaller column. So I can't be blamed for, I'm not writing the headlines. So, I see where they're coming from, but every sport has their Tiger Woods, every sport has their Roger Federer. I happen to be that figure in the snooker. I'm not saying I'll win as much as them or I have all the records, but, I didn't ask for that, to that situation. I try to carry it as best as I can, but if other people have a problem with that, then they have to deal with that themselves. I just have to go out there and try and do a job and have fun and enjoy myself, and I'll continue to enjoy myself.
I mean, obviously we all know that you're the centre of media attention, you're the game's most popular player, but just to be clear, I mean, in this dressing room story then, was that stuff and nothing then as well?
Well, maybe if I had to come and do interviews, and how long they take an hour. I'm sorry, maybe you'll have to shorten the interviews or get me another room somewhere that I can go and put my stuff. But I apologise if it's caused any bother to someone. But it's just you should have a word with the Crucible. Maybe they should get some more, have an extension on and put some more dressing rooms in. You know, it's just the way it goes, you know. But I think we should just concentrate on the match, the tournament. Ali's played a good match. Good luck to him for the rest of the tournament, and you know, I'll be looking forward to getting back to work, doing some punditry, and I'll see you here for the semi-finals and final.
Do you think Ali can go on and win it now?
I mean, I'm the worst predictor of results and who's going to win what. I'll sit on the fence and just sit back and just watch it unravel. And like I say, I'll enjoy doing my punditry work with Eurosport. You know, I'll come to the semi-finals. I'm going to get to watch some fantastic snooker. I just think it's a great tournament. There can only be one winner. For me, coming here, I'd rather lose first round, second round, than get beat in the semis or the final. You know, so for me, not winning it to come into Sheffield, it's just about winning. For me, it's just about winning, and you know, I'd rather lose early than lose late. So that's the only positive I can take from it, from my point of view.
So you don't feel like it's slipped away a good chance to get a sixth title?
No, I've always said to you, I'm not driven by titles and sort of that sort of stuff. I just enjoy my life, and you know, like I said, you know, I love to work, and you know, snooker is not the only work that I do. I'm really happy with what I do, you know, and I've got so much to look forward to. I've got, you know, to work on the World Championships now with Eurosport, which will be great. You know, I have a few exhibitions to play. I'll be going to China for a bit. I'm going to Australia to do another series of Hustle. I've got my nutrition book coming out in January, which I'm so passionate about. I mean, you all know me. I've been training, running. I lead a healthy lifestyle. So, you know, snooker's going to be a great platform to not just sit around and just go back and practice and work out what went wrong. I'll go back and play, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to focus on, you know, my book coming out, my nutrition stuff, and you know, and just, you know, that's what I really love to do. And I'm trying to juggle two careers, but that was the plan 3 or 4 years ago, and I love it, and it's made me more happy, and that's why I'm not sitting here really disappointed. I'm disappointed to lose, but I've got work tomorrow, so I haven't got enough time to be, you know, sad and down and that, you know, because there's so much good stuff to go on, you know.
Okay, thank you.
What do you still think you can win another one?
Who knows? You know, I think you know, you have to be consistent here, you know, and if you're not consistent all the way through, you're probably not going to win it, you know. So probably as you get older, maybe something is not as good as you was when you was younger. It's like, you know, you go and buy a new car, you know you can get 200,000 miles out of it. You go and buy an old car with 120,000 miles on it, you think, well, when's it going to die on me? But who knows? You know, I keep pitching up, I keep playing. I'll probably be here until I'm 50, so get used to me. You know what I mean? So everyone loves a try, you know.
You seem to be taking the defeat better than you might have done in the past.
I think I've always took defeats pretty well, you know. I've probably been more hard on myself, you know. I've never, you know, sport. You know, you win some, you lose some. You know, it's the nature of the game. You can't write the rules of the sport, you know. And
do you understand why the columns are all about yourself?
No, because I'm not an egotistical sort of person that sits there and sort of wants to, you know, I just myself. I just enjoy myself, and you know, you write the rules. Your people buy into whatever you print. You know, you have to have someone that you think that they're going to read about. I didn't sign up for that, but you know, over 25 years, I think I've had some great play and interest in life, and I think people are intrigued by it, and you've helped to carry that story all the way through, and the story's going to keep going, because until I die, you know, you're going to have to keep writing stuff about that. You know, you can't then say, oh, we've had 25 years of Ronnie, can we just push him aside? I'm here to stay, you know, but I'd rather be like a John Higgins and under the radar, but it just isn't possible. But I embrace it as much as I can. I try and, you know, carry it as well as I can, and that's all you can do, really, you know. I don't think there's anything to apologise about. You know, I wished him good luck for the rest of the tournament. You know, he played a fantastic match, and you know, like I said, you know, there's no hard feeling there. You know, I've grew up with Ali, practiced with him a lot. He's a great player, and I think we should just focus on what a great tournament we're having in you know, for the rest of the tournament.
But that match seemed on edge all the way through, and when you were sitting down, you weren't chatting together when you were next to each other. Are you embarrassed by what happened there?
Pardon?
Are you embarrassed?
No, I don't really get embarrassed, you know, because I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in what I do. I'm a good guy. I don't get angry with anything unless it's justification there. So no, I mean, I'm just sort of, you know, listen, the tournament's done for me. I'm going to sit back, relax, enjoy it, watch the guys battle it out. It's a fantastic tournament, and it's great to be a part of it.
Why Mr. Angry? What's that title come from?
I don't really know. You know, I mean, you say we wasn't talking during the match. I'm not sure people do talk during matches. Do they? I don't know. Do a lot of the players speak to each other? Do they?
The friendly players, yeah.
Do they chat away? Well, you know, Stephen Hendry didn't really chat. Steve Davis didn't really chat. You know, I'm not one for chatting anyway. Even away from the table, I'd rather just sit there and cook and go running. I'm not, you know, it's all quite superficial stuff. I think if you're competing with your rivals and you're trying to form a relationship or a chat with someone, is it really a genuine chat? You know, I have my friends here to chat with. They're my rivals, they're my competitors. I don't really want to get too friendly with anyone. That's how I've done my career. You know, you have Stephen Hendry to blame for that, and Steve Davis. You know, we just follow role models, and you know, I'm out there to do a job, and I just didn't do the job quite well enough.
Do you expect to be fined?
I don't really know, but you know, they can send a letter to my lawyer, and we can happily deal with it. And I'm sure Ali will have to deal with it in his sort of way. But you know, for me, I've moved on. I'm got my punditry head on now. Looking forward to some of that stuff. And what can you do, mate? Just keep smiling.
Do you think you would have gone down in some people's estimation because of what happened?
Listen, you know, you're never going to please everybody, but that's just the way it is, you know. And I don't really know, mate. You know, just got to keep smiling, haven't you?
And you said you don't get angriness as justification. Was it justified for what you showed?
Have you never been angry in your life?
Everyone's been angry in their life.
Well, okay, so we all kind of get angry sometimes, I suppose, you know. And you know, if someone's going to shoulder barge into me, what have I got to keep walking around him, tiptoeing, and sort of, you know, do a little courtesy as if he's the Queen or the King? You know, sometimes you just have to stand your ground, you know. And you barge someone once, you know. I'm not going to keep. You know, I'm not a limbo dancer, you know.
When did he barge you?
It happened a little bit earlier in the game, but like I said, you know, I don't want to dwell on it. It's not that important. I think you should just be focusing on Ali. Played a great match and he's in the tournament. Just think of Syria. Just think of all these angry. Just think of all these terrible things going on in the world at the moment. You're sitting here talking about a shoulder barge. I mean, let's really get into reality, you know.
We're in the sports industry.
I know you're in the sport industry, but you kind of have to get it into a bit of perspective, really. And you sit here and you're trying to make something out of something that there's really nothing, and I won't buy into that. You know, I'm a free guy. I see things for what it is. You know, we live in a politically correct country. I think sometimes you go a little bit over the top with it. Sometimes I think there's a lot of things going on in the world that get ignored, that shouldn't be ignored, and should be highlighted. So you want to highlight something like this? I would rather choose to highlight something that really is important, where young children are getting bombed to death every day. To me, that puts everything into perspective, and I won't apologise for any of that. So that's where I stand on it. So if you want to ask me another question, keep asking me, because we can go all day with this one.
Right.
You finished?
Yep.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.